Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Equine family members. Welcome to Equine Underground Invitational number 18. This is a fad without a camera. My camera decided to not work 5 minutes before the stream. And we're joined by our lovely usual hosts, Marek and Troy.
Hi everyone, hope everyone is doing well. Sorry, I'm just sharing the link with Rachel, so she can run it out.
And yeah, it's been a while since I've been able to join these underground invitations. I think I missed the last one or maybe two. But I've seen it was a pretty interesting event. The way it was structured, I think it was really cool in general. And the fact we do this Wheel of Fate makes it, I think, more like the let's say fun. I don't know if I should say party game, but the fun game that it's meant to be versus the, let's say, more serious platform races. Obviously, different distances and laps are not meant to be a random thing in a strategy game. But in this circumstance, I think it's probably more fun than a pure strategy game when the system is a little bit more luck-based, I would say, for the invitations, for the Lovelace DAOs, I mean.
Yeah, definitely. And we will continue that chaotic fun today with a little extra chaos added into it. I guess let's wait like 1 minute before we kick it off. I can explain what are the challenges this time, because we definitely have our fair share of those. It will make it run slightly less smooth than the usual, but that's okay. We'll figure it out one way or another. We have a few people already. Hi Tomo, hi Javier, hi Liz.
I see that. Texas in the house.
Nice.
Texas is
Good to see you
representing.
guys. Absolutely. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's not maybe delay too much, because an explanation will take a while and people who watch it later will get bored trying to find the time when it started. So maybe going straight to the explanation. Thanks for those who are joining now. I'm sure we'll have more people joining over time. So few explanations for this invitational number 18. We decided to do a bit of a spin on the idea in a realistic way, because in real life the colts and fillies don't typically race together, and we decided to separate it. Although obviously in this game it's not really impactful. We just thought it's gonna be a fun distraction. We also had the submissions done in a different way through Twitter, so everyone can submit maximum one of each. Troy, can you elaborate a bit? The total points were up to 130, right?
Don't get me lying. Actually, I thought it was 135. But I with being out part of the month, I missed the qualifying.
131 and below. 131 and below.
Okay.
Fillies and colts will run separately. Enter maximum one. We ask people to capture their horses in their stable and tweet about them a little bit. And as an effect, and as a main complication for this run, is that we got 22 colts and 25 fillies, which means, as we don't have the full 32 on each side, it makes it a little bit more messy to run, because the way Eustacia set up the current version of the competition running in the game, it you kind of have to start from the even split. and then each next round will have the same amount of horses. So we will have to run quarterfinals first, and then I will have to take all the winners, enter them into the new file, update that file, upload it, and then we run semifinals and finals smoothly. But there will be a bit of a break, kind of. I guess it's a bit of a throwback to the original one when I had to do everything by hand after every single round. This one will be a bit better. The other complication is, as I said, we have to split them evenly. And with 22 and 25, that doesn't split in 4, as you can guess, or 8. So, or any other number like that. But what we did because of that is we put some dummy horses. So that means that for colts, we have, as I said, 22. They were randomly assigned to 4 different groups of 6. This means that there are 2 groups where we have 6 competitors, and 2 groups where we have 5 competitors and 1 dummy horse. To be clear, I try to select from some of the lowest stat horses. I'm talking like, I think 75 or 78 total. That doesn't mean that something random might not happen depending on the distance and luck and stuff. So just to make it very clear, top 4 from quarterfinal will move to semifinal. Top 4 of the competitors. So if by some miracle that dummy horse will get in top 4, obviously he's not moving forward. We'll manually remove him and get whoever should be after that. For the fillies, we have 25. So that means we have 1 group of 7. And then we have 3 groups of 6 with 1 dummy horse again. So that's how this will be set up. Top 4 are moving. So actually in quarterfinals, in most cases, most will be moving. Well, actually in all cases, most will be moving. It will be 4 out of 6 or 4 out of 5. So you have to be unlucky to be at the bottom of that 5, not to qualify to the next round. And as Fahad mentioned, we thought, let's try to do one more fun with the randomness, right? So we have all the conditions, all the laps in here. What will change versus last time is I will remove the one that was selected. So that means that if in quarterfinals we get sunny 3 laps, that's not gonna be possible in the next round. So that's just a little bit of a cleanup, because last time we had like a back-to-back same conditions, and that's kind of less exciting. I haven't decided yet if I want to spin separate wheel for fillies and colts, but I think I will just keep one, because we have only 6 setups and we have here 9 options. So we kind of go through most of them just for the fun of it. Okay, cool. So I think we are good to start. I don't know, Fahad, Troy, any words of wisdom before we spin the wheel?
Well, good luck to everyone. It's gonna be exciting, I'm pretty sure. I think the dummy horse concept will only be needed, I think, in the first batch, right? Because then we're gonna come down to an even number, right? I mean, the first, all in quarterfinals.
Sorry, can you repeat? I missed that.
The dummy horses that we need to insert just to have a full lineup for the horses for the ultimate one. It's only for the quarterfinals, right? Because the semifinals will have
8. Then we'll have our standard setup of 8 horses racing, 4 moving to final, and final top 3 wins.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. Let me shuffle the wheel of randomness, and then we will.
Here we go. Here we go.
What will be the first set of conditions?
Night 1. Nice.
So speed and luck, probably. So what I'm doing here, I'm removing it. So that's not gonna happen again in this competition. Just so you know. Setting up night 1 lap. Doesn't matter if top 4, because we will be resetting it for semifinals. I'm just doing it so we have it. Fahad, I shared with you link for all the racers, but I'm sharing the screen so we can read from here if that's visible for everyone.
Which one? Do we have a dummy horse here? Or is that
no,
separate?
Dummy horse will be group 3 and 4.
Okay, all right. So for here we
It's
have
called dummy one,
yeah.
so you will know.
Okay, just want to make sure I don't accidentally call someone's horse a dummy horse, right? So we have yeah for the heat one of the quarterfinals for colts, this is gonna be one lap at night, right? And then it's gonna be four will proceed. So we have Just Me's Casual Thunder, Aussie G90's Dark Pegasus, Speed Farms Black Lightning, Mr. 0297's Gone with the Wind. We have What Crypto Dudes, The Horse of Wall Street, and big countries, He May Be Special. Have the names always.
All right.
Okay. So let's set it
I'm
up.
kind of liking Horse of Wall Street. Let's see.
Like learning from my experience, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. 1 second, if I remember how to do it. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Huh? Forgot how to zoom.
Control
1
plus
second.
on a PC.
Yeah, but I'm not on PC. Okay.
Well, same thing, but
A
for
little
Mac.
bigger.
That's good.
A little bigger. We'll run with that. I think it's fine. Or no, I need to make it bigger. Sorry, just give me a second.
Would it show the one lap in the night here or only after you start the race?
Okay, I got it, but I got it too far. So yes,
that's
now
good.
You will be able to see it. But that's too big. I'm making it slightly smaller in a second. And yeah, and we'll start now. Everyone ready? Good luck to all the competitors. 4 out of 6 will move to the next round.
Good luck.
All right, the lights are on. Ticket windows are closed. We're all in the gates. And we are off in the first race. It's going to be a very quick race. It's going to be one and done. We got 6 that runs out to the front, followed by 5. The Horse of Wall Street drops down a little bit, trying to preserve a little bit of that stamina. Gone with the Wind is up front, followed by Dark Pegasus.
That was a close one.
That was a quick one. Dark Pegasus.
Dark Pegasus proceeds. Gone with the Wind also proceeds. Speed Farms Black Lightning. And he may be special. He actually might be special.
Maybe special.
Right. And yeah. Better
I'm also checking
time.
here because last time we had a bit of an issue with some stuff in the results. So I will double check that when I'm updating it for semifinals. Here is the second group.
All right, so we're going to have...
Yeah. So it's fully random. No, I'm just saying the setup in groups is fully random. It was randomized.
Okay.
No dummy here.
We're going to have Tomo's Homer. We're going to have B. Diddy's King. We're going to have Frank's Adam Pot, Get Me a Switch, Hard Knock Lift, Johnny's Shrimp Pimp, and In the Money's Javelin Fury.
Get Me a Switch. We see that horse pretty often. Get Me a Switch.
Oh, it's already zoomed in, right? You can see it nicely full screen.
Yeah, perfect. Looks good.
Awesome. 1 lap at night. All quarterfinals for colts will be 1 lap at night.
Here we go. We are all in. And we're off. The gates are open. The horses are flying. We're coming around the turn for the first time. Approaching the back stretch. We got the 4 and the 5. 5's up front. 1's trying to catch that rail. We're on the turn. We're coming down into the final stretch. We got 6 up front.
Yeah, the clovers really played a role in this one.
Yeah, it's a 1 lap thing. There's not that much to compete in, right? So congrats, Javelin Fury, Adam Pot, Homer, and Shrimp Pimp. Congrats on proceeding to semifinals.
Yes, correct. Now, group 3. Here we have a dummy at the bottom.
I can see the dummy. Yeah, okay.
So,
dummy. We're going to have Dale D'Antoni's Imperatrice. We're going to have Udis. Is it Udis or Udus? I can't see. I think it's Udis. I've seen them in the chat actually today. With Ada Boy, JPS My New Gun, Manu PNT's
Wow.
Take Me Home, Riboto's Reggie, and we have Dummy One's Dummy One. That's not actually competing. Yeah.
So for those who join after the explanation, because we didn't have even split of the horses, we had to add dummy to some of the group. If that dummy gets in top 4 by some luck, because that can happen, even just to be very clear, it's like 75 or 78 total stats horse, but still, random thing can happen. This one is not moving through, so whoever will be behind him will move through. And with all that explanation,
apologies to whoever owns dummy 01 for choosing that.
We don't mean that your horse is dummy. We just needed a horse that will be a bot in this game, and obviously in a full game.
All dignity is meant to remain intact, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, yes. And this is maybe a reminder, we should have been saying that every single time, but this is the 18th time, so we forgot. Keep in mind that this is not equine game. It's a fun game made by Eustacia called Lovelace Downs. Awesome mini game, cute pixel graphics, using our NFTs, but using them using the stats in a way Eustacia sees fit. It's not using Equine engine. It's not using Equine graphics. We are using it as a fun event here for the Invitational while the main game is being developed. So there are some kinks and some challenges, but overall, just wanted to remind that, because we do get that question quite regularly when we run it.
Yeah.
Okay. With that being said,
one more question while we're starting this. What's the pool winning? Remind us, Mark. What's on the line for this event?
So we have the usual, which is 1,000 ADA split between the top 3 winners in each group. So that means the winner gets 250, second place 150, and third place 100 ADA for colts and for fillies. I wanted to say collies by combining it. That doesn't work. That's the dog. And we will be obviously sending it I think a bit later than normal, because we'll have to reach out for the wallets and stuff. We'll organize it. Don't worry. Okay, great. Cool. So race number
1,000 data total. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're all in. Trying to get the horses settled down. My new gun looking a little fractious. All right. They're off, and they are all off quite evenly. One catches the rail a little bit, and it looks like a lucky clover. We got number 3 up front, followed by 4. 4 takes a very slight lead. 1, 3, and 4 are all jockeying, but it looks like it's going to be 4.
It is.
That's great. Take Me Home, Imperatrice, My New Gun, and Reggie. Yeah, congrats.
And luckily,
Udis, your enthusiasm is appreciated. Unfortunately, this guy does not proceed in this
one. Next time there will be next chance next month. And the 9 speed probably didn't help our
probably
extra horse in this race. But in preparation, I'm just in a full, in being fully transparent. In preparation, I did run some combination of races just to see how it works, because I wanted to see if I put 1 dummy or 3 dummies and make it 8 per race, etc. There were a few cases, especially with 3 laps, where some crazy clovers happened and they were catching up in top 4. So we had to run it this way. So we have last group for the colts. And I don't know why dummy here is first. It doesn't really matter. I think it saved it from some. Okay. It's a bit silly,
from last race.
Because it's the same horse, so he got caught up from the previous group. But please ignore that. We will be manually entering the top 4 anyway to the to the semifinals. So it's okay. I just use the same horse, not to overcomplicate my life even more.
No problem. All good. So Group 4, we're gonna have. I'm skipping the dummy. We're gonna have T-Max Bashful, Master Ludwig's Lefty Thunder. We have Captain Jack's Bittersweet Symphony, Ex-Meta Alu Spark. Is that a potato reference? And then we have Silly Lizzie's Trip. And good luck, racers.
Good luck.
Last quarterfinal for the Colts. One lap at night, starting now.
We're all in. It's going to be a quick race, one and done. And we're off in the last of the quarterfinal races. We got one catching the rail. And we've got the 2 up there, followed by the 4. 4 is looking really good in these first couple of races. We're in the stretch. It looks like 3.
It was 3.
Congratulations. Bittersweet, Trip, Spark, and Lefty. Better luck next time, Bashful. Bashful does not proceed. All the others do. Lefty Thunder. Tells you sometimes the horses are cheering for them may help. I was looking at Trip going all the way from the back to second place with the owner cheering for him here in chat. So yeah, good luck in semifinals.
I see that. Come on, Trip.
Okay. So we are gonna do the fillies now. As I said, here is a bit different setup with 7 horses in 2 groups and 6 horses plus the dummy in the other. Let's first spin our wheel. We removed the one at night, so that cannot happen. Every condition will be different. Let's do a bit of a shuffling for the sake of it and spin.
Round and round she goes. It's gonna be Sunny 2. Nice.
Sunny 2 it is.
Sunny 2 is always
Okay.
a good fan favorite.
Sunny 2 laps, which is quite interesting. 4 horses create. So we have 2. Let's double check that. 2, 4, 6, 7. Correct. Okay, so here is the group 1.
All right, so for group 1, we're going to have Frank's Pura Sangre, Gianni Lom 81's Chelsea, T-Max Swift, Melau's Baldina, Clay Connoisseur's Elaine Marley, JPS's Red Rum, In the Money's Pumpkin Punch.
Awesome.
Red
2 laps,
Rum.
a bit longer. It's gonna be more interesting. Well, I don't know if more interesting. 1 lap can be quite exciting, but longer. That's the right word.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's kick it off.
2 laps in the sun. Beautiful day out here at Lovelace Downs. We're all in the gate. And we are off in this 2-lap quarterfinal for the girls. We got the 1 on the rail, takes us very slight lead, but wow, here comes 5 with quite a charge. 4 jumps up, surprisingly enough. We're coming around that finish line for the first time. Everybody's getting a good look at it. And we are on the turn. We got the 7 up front, followed by 6. This looks like it's a wide open race for anybody. 6 catches another clover and takes the lead, but holy cow, 5 is pressing. And did the 5 make it?
Yeah, that was an impressive run there. Elaine
That was
Marley
a great race.
proceeds. Red Rum proceeds. Pura Sangre.
That was great.
Yeah, Pumpkin Punch. Yeah, that was a nice run.
It was. That was exciting at the end with
Awesome.
5 catching up.
Here we
Group
have
2, we're going to have Reboto's Black Rock.
we will have a dummy here.
There is one dummy you can see. We have Silly Lizzie's Summer Arrow. We have Speed Farm's Fiji La. We have Mupeli's Greased Lightning. B. Diddy's Queen. Aussie G90's Brown Beauty. And the dummy horse.
And the
As we said, top 4 moving, dummy doesn't count. So if some weird thing happen, it's still the top 4, not counting the bottom.
Every horse has a chance to win, even dummy horses do. That's supposed to be.
And we're off in the 1 of 2-lap race for the second heat. 1 clearly takes a commanding lead, but wow, everybody else is saying not today. Here comes number 2. Number 2 is up by about a head or so. 4 decides to make a little bit of a showing and catches a clover. We've got 3 up front. We're into the back stretch for the second time. Now we're kicking it all in. Who wants the W in this race? 3 is up front, followed by 1. It's 1. It's 3. It's 3. It's 1. It's 3.
Yeah, that's Speed Funds Fiji La. I hope I'm reading this right. We have Riboto's BlackRock proceeds. We have Summer Arrow, and then we have Brown Beauty, all going to semifinals.
Congrats all.
Congrats and good luck. Question from
girls are-
Tomo: Is there another group for the fillies? Yeah, there's 4 of them.
Girls are putting on a show.
All right, so we have Dummy Horse, it doesn't count. We have Manopian teams, You Can't See Me. We have Osberg's, That's What She Said. We have Get Me a Switch, Might Mouse. We have Master Ludwig's, Spotty Thunder. We have Johnny's, Kielbasa Casa. We have Captain Jack's, Hard Day's Night. It's a bit of a reference for
Small
you.
correction for Johnny's. The proper name is probably Kiełbasa Kasa, assuming he means sausage in Polish. But yes.
Okay, well, yeah, I
No
thought I read
worries.
it the same way, the same exact way you just said it, but I guess you can hear it differently.
Well, no, you read it correctly as it's written, but if it's a Polish word, there's a different letter instead of L, which is read more like U, Kiełbasa.
Oh,
but
Q.
yeah, anyway, just a small fun fact.
Yeah.
But in the US, where there are a lot of Polish communities and they do a lot of Polish sausage, they say kielbasa, I guess.
Yeah,
Yep.
seems
Yep.
That
so.
being said-
It's the wrong. I think it's not. The name is not in the right place. Isn't this the Phillies group? Anyway, let's go on.
It is.
No need to dwell
Okay.
on this for too long. Let's go.
I think we have some tricky names in the last group. Be prepared.
Okay.
So this is the round 3 of the quarterfinals. Phillies, 7 racing, including 1 dummy, 4 moves through, 2 laps.
All right.
There better not be a Norma in the next group. I fell for
There
that
we
one.
go. We're all in. We're off. Who's going to catch the first clover? Who's it going to be? 1 caught the first clover. Shocker. Here comes number 2 and number 3. They're all catching up. 5 makes a power move. We've got 1 and 5 up front, 5 and 1. That was the finish line for the first time coming around the turn. We've still got the 1 trying to get up front. Here comes the 3. 5 decides to move, but we've got 1 and 5 again. 1 and 5 again. 1 and 5 again. But did 3 catch? I think 3 caught it.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Wow. That was
finish.
these
Might Mouse. Nice races here. Manopian teams, You
These
Can't See Me
Philly
produce
races.
Kielbasa Casa. And then we've got Spotty Thunder.
Spotty Thunder.
Congrats on proceeding.
Wow, that was these Philly races
That was
are
a
on
cool-
fire.
Okay,
Holy cow.
So the last one.
Last group has Thor 1985 Katchenka, I guess. Big Countries We Miss Betty White. Tomo's Marge, KV's Chief Queef. What Crypto Dudes? Race car is race car backwards. Wow. And then we have
I
Aid
didn't know
Attitude,
that.
slow motion. Yeah, just that was a mind blown moment. Okay.
I did not know that. I did not know that. Race car is race car backwards. I did not know that. I
Yeah,
learned something new today.
It's
short form
Yeah,
you can
the
throw people. Just
Invitational.
call it race car backwards. Just call it that. Get people trolling, trying to read it and figure out. to see what.
Wow.
awesome. Let's do that.
GG.
This is the last group, last quarterfinal. After this one, we'll have a bit of a break where I will do all the updating and preparing. The rest will go very smoothly, so don't worry about that. And in the meantime, we have Fahad and Troy to entertain you and maybe answer questions if you will have any in the chat. But let's start.
All right. We're all in. The final heat of the girls. See if it's going to be as exciting as the other ones. We are off. 5 jumps out front. followed by 4. Here comes 2. 2 gets up there, but holy cow, 7 just like, I don't know what happened to 7. 7 just lit up. Here comes the finish line for the first time. 5 is still up front, followed by 2, but 2 is up there. 5 has been really strong these past couple of races. 5 is ahead by a whole length and catches a clover. Is anybody going to catch 5 this time? No. 5 takes it. No, what?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
No, 1 caught it.
Get a clover at the last second.
A lot of
Wow.
last second finishers. So
Wow.
those catching a race car takes second place. My favorite horse of the day. Sorry, I have to not be biased. We miss Betty White and Marge proceed to semifinals.
Congrats to those who proceed. Good luck to others. Better luck next time. And thanks for that. So I will stop sharing my screen because I need to do some behind the screen magic. And I will leave you to Fahad and Troy to entertain while I do that.
Sure. So, yeah, I mean, it's been exciting so far. I think it's the fillies. I think group was a little bit more, let's say, surprising. It seems there's much more competition in there, or at least a little bit. You'd imagine the other way around with 1 laps versus 2 laps, but instead with the 2 laps, we're actually finding more last second, let's say, surprises. How have you found the races, Troy?
Sorry, I had you mute. I have a couple dogs. The races have been super exciting. The colts not as much, but the girls, holy cow! Some of those last second charges to the finish line have been wild. Those have been just crazy exciting. So
Yeah, it's one of those things I think reminds me, and just since we have the community here, I guess it's not really. You guys don't need to count this as an announcement. I would guess it's not really that, but having this Colts versus fillies, or not versus, but the Colts and fillies leagues, reminds me of a bit of a game discussion we had, because in our earliest, let's say, design, and until now, actually, stat wise, in equine, they are identical, as in not identical, but rather there is no difference in bias between the Colts and the fillies, despite maybe in real life there being a gap between them to a certain extent sometimes, right?
And I was going to ask you that very question. We're seeing it play out here in Lovelace as far as the difference in the horses, but in our actual equine game, sex of the horse really won't have any bearing on the performance of the horse. Is that right?
If they're in the same race, it's not gonna, like, the same stats will be the same, whether it's between a colt or a filly, a stallion or a mare. We made that approximation. I guess there is I don't want to say controversy, but there's different opinions in let's say relative performance. But in our game, that's not a thing. However, when we talk about game design and considering how legacy races are in general, we still do cater to having big races that are only for fillies and only for colts, particularly for different generations, and identifying like the best colt of a certain, let's say, generation or age, right? So those are there, those are accounted for. So there's going to be big races for colts only, for fillies only, at different distances, with the right progression of distances also based on that age. So that's good. You have a question, Troy, from Tomo. How are things in Texas? You'd like to visit someday. It looks amazing. I'd like to visit Texas again.
Texas is okay. I mean, it's hot in the summertime. It's the fall and winter. Spring's not so bad. I want to visit in the summertime. I mean, it's over 100 degrees every day in the summer. But,
not too bad. considering
No.
where some people come from. But
Yeah, it's true, I guess.
but yeah, it's
You
yeah.
can
My
go for a summer in the 100 degrees.
yeah, it's not too bad actually. But yeah, it's I was in Houston, Texas for 3 months, but that was like
Really?
last Feb 2014, Feb to
No.
April, if I remember right.
That's
I
where
managed
I
to visit
work.
Dallas. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I live
it's a nice place.
Yeah, I live in Northeast Texas, north of Dallas by about, I don't know, 70 miles northeast of Dallas. But I work in Houston.
That's quite a drive. I've done that
It,
from
it
Houston to
is.
Dallas once. Just Houston
It
to Dallas is
is.
already a bit of a drive.
Typically, I drive down on Sunday. I spend the week there, and then I drive back on Friday night. So,
Mm.
yeah.
But yeah, Dallas was beautiful too. And then we made a funny mistake. I think it was March, and we decided to take a short, well, not so short, but kind of a short detour to New York City. And it was one of those times where you have an experience that teaches you more than actually, like, actual experience teaches you. It was in March, so I did not suspect at all what the weather could be, because to me it's like March is March, right? It's spring, almost
Right.
spring, and it's okay. And we had
No,
packed a lot
not
of
in New
winter
York.
clothes. Yeah, well, that was my mistake. So we had packed all the winter clothes to Houston, right? Well, in Houston, like, because we arrived in February, but then end
Right.
of March, somewhere around the end of March, we go to New York City, and it's freezing. It's like maybe like 1 Celsius. I don't know what that's
Oh,
in
yeah.
Fahrenheit, but it's like
I lived
like
in
close to freezing.
New York
And
for a couple 3 years, not in New York City, but I lived in Buffalo, which was even north
yeah,
of New York. It's
so that
cold.
was that was yeah, that was a rookie mistake. So we arrived there, and it's freezing, and then I have, like, my kids are with me, and the problem is you want to buy basic stuff like gloves, for example, like right in the middle of Manhattan, and you go to any fashion store to buy gloves, and they tell you, no, well, we're sorry, we only sell the winter stuff before winter. Like, well, okay, but I need gloves. And we had to I got lectures on the fashion industry season. I'm like, well, that's not my problem. I just want to buy gloves. So I had to go around to the discount counters and areas, because winter's going out, so they're only there in that
Right.
discount section. But it's so it
Right.
was. Hey, Benga, good to see you. It's been a while.
So right now there is it ending today? Is the Dubai crypto conference, is today the last day?
I believe so. I mean, I unfortunately couldn't make it. Actually, we have a friend there who's been manning the Discover Cardano booth, Dave, Fox fan, and we actually, like, we worked together on this one. I was like, my contribution actually to this is minor. It's mainly Rachel from our marketing team, our marketing manager actually. But Discover Cardano booth is manned by and actually set up by Dave, and they've been doing a good job in giving Cardano projects in general exposure. And I think this was the whole concept of this booth, is to give more than one project space in the same place, kind of. So this collaboration was more of that rather than direct presentation. So we did have presence there, and we're happy to be represented there, but we didn't have a dedicated, let's say, separate booth for Equine. It was rather part of the Discover Cardano booth. And yeah, I've heard a lot of positive stuff. I think they got a good chance to. What drove this was, I think, a lot of the events where Cardanos are presented are kind of in silo, and they're just Cardano events that have the Cardano people, right? Cardano Summit, etc. Whereas I think the representation in the more general blockchain events is not as much for Cardano, which has been leading to a lot of these, let's say, misconceptions about Cardano being a ghost chain, the users not actually existing, and all that, partly because of that, let's say, representation. And I think this was the concept of the Discover Cardano booth, attending a non-Cardano specific event, but rather showcasing Cardano to people from everywhere else. So I think that was good. I see, Troy, you're giving us a balancing share of dog noises earlier to complement my
Yes.
cat and parrot noises. That's good.
Yeah, we have
Bit
two
of balance
dogs.
is necessary.
They're quiet now, which is a good thing.
I kind of feel like asking Mark things, but I don't want to distract him from what he's doing.
Yeah, he looks very, very intensely.
It's like 95% ready, but I want to do one more look so we are not missing.
Yeah, just make sure no dummies proceed. So
I think
Tomo,
I
Dubai is great. It's hot. I mean, I'm from Qatar, which is pretty close to Dubai. We have almost the same weather, I would say. It does get hot, but the thing is, like almost everyone is prepared for the heat, so nobody is really expected to be outside during the months of July to, let's say, mid September. It's already getting better. It's still kind of humid, but it's already getting better, and it's not too bad actually.
I would love to go to Dubai someday. It's just I'm afraid it would cost like $1 million just to go there. I mean, everything that I see about Dubai is like it's all in gold and it's all lavish and it's all luxurious and it's all, everybody's driving Lamborghinis and
there's a bit of everything. So Dubai has a lot of that. It's most well known for the luxury overdose, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't have the more normal offerings. There's everything there. Like you can have actually a very affordable stay in Dubai. It won't feel as special, I'd say, maybe. Actually, if we put Houston as a reference point, I would say the more standard, let's say, parts of Dubai are a lot more like Houston. And it's only the more extravagant parts because it's very international, right? The same way Houston is. It's just that they've built that whole luxury, let's say, niche where there's a lot of super fancy hotels, and it's always like been marketed. And I think in the past few years, it's become more successful in attracting, let's say, more privileged, let's say, people staying there, which leads to this image, right? There's a lot of people who come over just to live that Dubai lifestyle.
I was seeing tomorrow says that the only 7-star hotel in the world is in Dubai. That's that. I think I saw that on TV there tonight. That's like that sailboat hotel or the big sail hotel or whatever. It looks kind of like a wind sail on a sailboat. Isn't that the one that's the 7-star?
I think it was what was it called? Got the name actually. It's in my mind. I just forgot. But in general, I think it's no. I actually forgot.
I will save you
but it's
from going there. But yes, the 7-star is the sale one indeed.
Yeah,
and
that's what I
one
thought.
thing about Dubai is that with 0% taxes on crypto, there's a lot of crypto people there now.
0 taxes?
On crypto.
Oh heck yeah! I got it.
Like
I'm gonna have to move there now. Now we got to move there.
Burj Al Arab. Okay, yeah.
Hey.
I was like confused for a second. We have a question from Milau actually, whether Baldina is still in. Kind of checking.
I can try to have a quick look. Just 1 second. I already jumped from one to another. Baldina, unfortunately not. It looks like she missed it in the quarterfinals. But we are ready. Let's spin the wheel. So as you remember, all random. We remove the ones that already happened, so it cannot repeat. We'll brawl for colts. I hope the screen is visible.
I caught it last second. Yeah.
Night
Wait,
3.
3 laps.
I think we did night 1 the first time, so yeah, it was night 1 the first time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna take a while, but that's okay. This is semi-final. Top 4.
Yeah, there's only 2 of these, so night 3.
Night 3, semi-final. 4 will move on. And by the way, no dummies here. we will be able to automatically run the final after that. So just keep that in mind. Okay.
Melau not playing games here. It was a very rapid transition from my beautiful Baldina to time to retire her. Poor Baldina only had one chance. Right. So we have this is Colts semifinals.
Semifinal,
right? With
first semifinal.
First heat of semifinals with 3 laps at night. We have Colts keep having night races. We have Aussie G90's Dark Pegasus, Mr. 0297's Gone with the Wind, Speed Farms, Black Lightning, Big Countries, He May Be Special, In the Money's Javelin Fury, Frank's Adam Pot, Tomo's Homer, and Johnny's Shrimp Pip.
And
Good luck, guys.
there we go. Ready?
Night 3.
Good luck, everyone.
Lights are on. And we're all in for this 3-lap night race. Here we go. We got 8 jumps to the front, followed by 7. Here comes 2. 1 catches a clover again on that rail. I wonder if there's clovers in the grass over there. That 1 catches clovers a lot. And we're coming around the stretch. Finish line for 1 of 3 times. Coming around the turn. 6 up front, followed by 5, 5, and 4 jockeying for first and second. 5 drops way down, 5 goes way up. Here comes the 2. Looks like the 2 is up there, but we've got the 5, we got the 6, we got the 7. They all went up to the front. 5 decides to make a showing again. And I do believe we are on the final lap on the back stretch. Here comes the 2. The 2 is commanding up there, but 6 is also, it's going to be 6. 625.
So we got Frank's Adam Pot, Mr. 297's Gone with the Wind, In the Money's Javelin Fury, and Aussie G90's Dark Pegasus will proceed.
Congrats.
Better luck next time.
Good luck. Better luck, brothers. And then group 2, semifinals, so only 2 groups.
Dale D'Antoni's Imperator's JPS My New Gun, Manu PMT's Take Me Home, Roboto's Reggie, Master Ludwig's Lefty Thunder, Captain Jack's Bittersweet Symphony. We have Ex Meta Alu's Spark.
Okay. Same conditions. 3 laps at night.
Here we go. We're all in. Lights are on. Ticket windows are closed. JP was trying to buy a ticket at the last minute. I don't think he got it. 3 jumps up front with the 5 and the 8. My New Gun, I think that's who JP was trying to put some more money on, was My New Gun. We'll see how that turns out. 4 jumps up to the front. 4 is up there by a nose, and then there's 2. 5, everybody wants to be up there. We're on the second lap, I believe. Coming around the turn into the stretch. I think this is the second lap. We'll know here in a second. It was the second lap. Now we're in the third lap. 6 up front with the 7 and the 2. It's anybody's race. 1 catches a clover and 6 catches a clover. Now 6 is trying to pour it on. 7 is right there, and I think it came in 7-6-1.
Yeah, there we go. So we have Spark proceeding, Bittersweet Symphony proceeding, Imperator's proceeding, and Trip going on to finals for Colts.
Oh. And now we will set up fillies. So spin, less and less options, still all lengths available. Let's see what happens. I should have shuffled it, but it doesn't really matter. But
round and round she goes. We're looking at 3 laps again in the rain. Wow.
Yeah. So we are doing semifinals first, and then we will do finals because it's more fun this way. Rain, 3 laps, right? That's what we said. Rain.
This ought to
3
be
laps,
exciting.
4 moves, fastest wins, create around. This is so much better with this automation. So great thanks for Eustacia for doing this. Here we have a bit of a hiccup. So before we announce the what is moving, just one thing: in the future, if we have some of the more specific criteria to qualify than the typical elimination races, which I think we'll try again next time to do the standard, but we will do a cutoff. So if, let's say, we only get 20 horses, the first 16 that submit will move on. So multiplications of 8. But if we get 32, of course, 32 will move on. So anyway, Group 1s from the semifinals.
Clay Connoisseurs, Elaine Marley, JPS's Red Rum, Frank's Pura Sangre. In the Money's Pumpkin Punch, Speed Farms, Fiji La, Reboto's Black Rock, and Silly Lizzie's Samararo, Aussie G90's Brown Beauty. It's a big race.
3 laps in rain. Gonna be a long one as well. And
3
let's
laps
start.
in the rain. Stormy clouds, the rain's coming down, everybody's got their umbrella. We're all outside watching this race. Lap 1 of 3, and we are off. The track is looking mighty muddy. Strategy here is to get up front and kick the mud in the other horse's face. So we're just going to see how that works out for some of these guys. We got the 2 up front, but we got the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8. We got everybody else up there too. 1 and 4 is taking a little bit of a strategy of to come from behind tactic. We'll see how that works out. We're on the back stretch in the second lap. We've got 8 up front, but wow, look at that line. We have everybody trying to get up in there and wants to get a place into the finals. All these horses are up there. We got the 6 up front with the 5. 5 and 6 are kind of duking it out, but everybody's within a nose or a neck of each other. This could be anybody's race right here. It's really going to come down to the clover.
That was really close. So JPS's Red Rum, Speed Farms Fiji La, Aussie G90's Brown Beauty, and Clay Connoisseur's Elaine Marley proceed to finals. Better luck next time to the rest who don't proceed in this invitational. Group 2 is gonna be Get Me a Switch Might or Mighty Mouse, Mano PNTs, You Can't See Me, Johnny's Kielbasa or Kielbasa Casa, Master Ludwig's Spotty Thunder, Thor 1985's Kachenka, What Crypto Dudes, Race Car Backwards, Big Country's We Miss Betty White, and Tomo's Marge.
I think Race Car Backwards is now kind of a crowd favorite. We all learned something new today.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I learned
mind
something new
blowing
today.
moment of the day, as simple as it is.
Yes, it was. All right.
Let's go.
3 in the rain. Track looking mighty muddy. I see Easy Stables in the background back there. Go Easy. And we are off. We got 1 up front with the 7. Beautiful line of horses. Everybody up there. Kind of digging that gray 8 there on the bottom there. That 8 looks awfully nice. Coming around the finish line for the first time. Whole bunch of clovers in this race. A lot of clovers. Everybody gets a clover. And we're in the second lap. We're on the back stretch. Track, that rain is really coming down. It actually seems like it's coming down harder now than what it was when the race first started. All right, we're in the final lap. 8 decides to make a showing up front. I don't know, something about that 8. That 8's up there. Here comes the 7 with 5 and 4. 5 catches a clover. Is anybody who's gonna get this race?
Very close.
We Miss
1,
Betty White
5.
goes to finals. Mighty Mouse goes to finals. Kachenka goes to finals, and Kielbasa Casa goes to finals. Better luck next time to the
Better luck
rest.
to others. And we can go straight. That's the beauty of it, that we can just go straight to the final. Very quick setup here. There will be no next round, but we need the wheel to tell us. 1 second. I'm setting it up just so it's a lot of everything, just to make sure we are in cold. We are drawing only one free lapper left. And it's gonna be 2 in the rain.
Nice.
Okay.
Final race.
Just checking call. Rain 2. Creating the round. Final. Just a reminder who's in the final. Quick read.
So we're gonna have Frank's Adam Pot, Mr. 0297 is Gone with the Wind. In the money is Javelin Fury, Aussie G90's Dark Pegasus, X Meta Alu's Spark, Captain Jack's Bittersweet Symphony, Dale D'Antoni's Imperators, and Silly Lizzie's Trip. And the top 3 get prizes.
Yeah, this is the final. 2 laps in the rain, 4 colts.
All right.
And go.
Good luck, everybody. Final lap. 2 laps in the rain. Rain's coming down. We're off. I think everybody got a clover coming out of the starting blocks there. Looked like everybody caught some. There's a million clovers on the track. Everybody's catching luck this time. We're coming down the stretch for the first time. This is it. Time to lay it all out on the track. Who's taking home the 8 of this month? 5 is in the front with the 1 and the 8. Here comes 2. Everybody wants the 8 of this month. 8 is up front. There's 4. But here comes 5. And holy cow, 3 powered, but it's 7. I think it's 7 that took the 8.
Yeah, congrats to Dale D'Antoni's Imperators on winning this one. Runner-up in the money is Javelin Fury. Congrats, Mr. 0297's Gone with the Wind. You guys got your placements. And congrats to those who reached the finals, even if they could not place. That was a nice show, actually.
It was.
Congratulations. And we are setting up the final for the Phillies. Last draw. I'll shuffle a bit. Not that it's much to shuffle here. And let's see. Will it be short?
50% chance of a 1.
Yeah. But we are getting the long one.
Wow.
You are getting all the money.
Wasn't it all three laps?
I think
all round.
Yeah, we used all 3s.
All of them in the Phillies.
I think so.
Oh, you mean for the Phillies?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the weird thing is the last month it was like a whole bunch of 3s also. The statistics are uncanny.
Yeah, but that's the probability, and people, I think everyone here knows it from the minting, that sometimes the probability is not evenly split. Usually it's not, because it's too little of a sample, right? So it looks like it's unfair, or something is happening too much, but it's just how random stuff works.
I know.
That's how RNG works.
I'm just saying that because I've seen mints where like the rarest stuff was left at the end, and people will say sometimes, oh, they on purpose left it at the end so people keep minting, but it's just luck. Anyway, final for Phillies. How many 3 laps? Fastest
3 laps.
win?
Oh, it's a 3 laps. What? It's 3 laps sunny, right?
Sunny, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Here are the finalists.
So we have JPS Redrum, Speedfarm Fejila, Aussie G90's Brown Beauty. Excuse me. Clay Connoisseurs, Ilian Marley, Big Countries, We Miss Betty White, Get Me a Switch, Mighty Mouse, Thor 1985's Kachenka, Johnny's Kiyobasa Casa. Good luck at this final. Top 3 get a prize again.
All right.
Yes.
This is it. The final race for the girls. 3 laps in the sun. We expect big things out of this race. This ought to be a nail biter. And we are off in the lap 1 of 3. Everybody jumped out. Everybody is just giving it all she's got. One is up front, but not by much. 7 and 2 and 3, and everybody is coming charging here. Finish line for the first time. Smile as you go by. We're coming around the turn. And we still got the one ahead by a slight neck, maybe. 5 jumps up. 8 decides to show a nose. And here we go. We're into the final stretch for the second time. This is it. This is for all the ADA. This is for every bit of the W for this month. What girl is going to be crowned queen of Lovelace Downs? We're in the final turn. 4 is up front. Here comes the 8. 4 catches a clover. I think it's going to be all 4. Wow.
Yeah.
Once again, we get that last-minute surprise. Phillies have been showing us, I think, this time. I wonder if it's a Lovelace Downs thing or if it's just, again, RNG showing us how it works, right? So congratulations
RNG,
to clay connoisseurs, Elaine Marley, on being crowned in this invitational. Speed Farms Fiji La for second place, and Jenny's Q Basa Casa on getting third place here. Congrats again to everyone who's also placed in the finals and reached all this far. Once again, we're due thanks to all those who've participated, come and watched, those who helped set this up, our lovely mod team who've been helping run these invitationals, our marketing team, and our fellow hosts here, Marek and Troy, for doing this. Once again, also a round of thanks to Stacia for giving us this fun tool to build this event around every month. I think it's always been fun watching these and following how the players have been also reacting to these races and adjusting their strategies. It's always been fun to keep track of.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. We'll be back in a month. In a few weeks, we will let you know what the rules are for the next round. We try to keep it different. Maybe we'll go back to basics and just the qualification races. Let's see how it goes. So thanks again. And the prizes we will work it out basically next week, because for me, it's already midnight here in Tokyo. So I'll sort it out early next week, hopefully.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you guys again.
All right.
Thanks for watching and tuning in. Thank you, Marek and Troy, and we'll see you guys next time.
Congratulations to the winners. Awesome.
Congrats. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.